coming back to me. My heart is hung up on what used to be. Time moves on and then one day it's ancient history. Give me just a little bit of time back, baby. Can't you see? Couldn't we just go rewind back, baby? You and me, what a shame. I think of all the years gone by, all the yesterdays. For you and I, it was a flame back then, but oh my, something that set ablaze when we said goodbye. Give me just a little bit of time back, baby. Can't you see?
आज मैं 190 साल पुराने फोर्ट के अंदर जाने वाला हूँ और जो मैंने यहाँ देखा उसकी बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं थी। हर जगह की अपनी एक कहानी होती है, बस उसे सुनने वाला चाहिए। मैं हूँ मयंक और आप देख रहे हैं मयंक मैप से, जहाँ हम सिर्फ ट्रैवल नहीं करते, हर डेस्टिनेशन की स्टोरी डिस्कवर करते हैं। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं आज का सफ़र। आज हम जा रहे हैं एक ऐसी जगह जहाँ कभी असली सोल्जर्स तैनात होते थे, कैनन्स रेडी रहते थे और सिर्फ एक अटैक पूरे कनाडा की हिस्ट्री बदल सकता था। एंड बिलीव मी, ये प्लेस टोरंटो से सिर्फ 2.5 से 3 घंटे की ड्राइव पर है। नाम है फोर्ट हेनरी। और एक इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट, फोर्ट हेनरी को जिस लोकेशन पर बनाया गया है वो रैंडम नहीं है। यहाँ से लेक ओंटारियो और सेंट लॉरेंस रिवर दोनों पर नज़र रखी जा सकती थी। अगर उस टाइम कोई एनिमी शिप एंटर करती, सोल्जर्स को काफ़ी पहले ही पता चल जाता। अब थोड़ा फ्लैशबैक चलते हैं। 1812 के वॉर के बाद ब्रिटिश आर्मी को रियलाइज़ हुआ कि किंगस्टन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट मिलिट्री लोकेशन है। अगर इस सिटी पर कंट्रोल चला जाता तो सप्लाई रूट्स और नेवल बेस दोनों डेंजर में आ जाते। इसलिए 1830s में बनाया गया फोर्ट हेनरी सिर्फ देखने के लिए ही नहीं बल्कि कनाडा को प्रोटेक्ट करने के पर्पज से बनाया गया था। बट इंटरेस्टिंग बात तो यह है कि इतना मैसिव फोर्ट बनाया गया लेकिन इस फोर्ट ने कभी एक्चुअल बैटल फाइट ही नहीं की। मतलब पूरी प्रिपरेशन थी लेकिन एग्ज़ाम कभी हुआ ही नहीं। एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट, इसकी एंट्री टिकट इज़ ओनली $20 अगर आपकी एज 18 ईयर्स से 64 ईयर्स के बीच में है। अंदर एंटर करते ही ऑनेस्टली मुझे बिल्कुल मूवी सेट वाली फीलिंग आई। हर तरफ पुरानी बिल्डिंग्स, परेड ग्राउंड्स, कैनन्स और सोल्जर्स की बैरक्स। और सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग बात, ये सब ऑलमोस्ट 190 साल पुरानी मिलिट्री इंजीनियरिंग को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। इतना सॉलिड कंस्ट्रक्शन देखकर लगता ही नहीं कि इतनी पुरानी बिल्डिंग है। अब हिस्ट्री देखने आया ही था तो सोचा थोड़ा सोल्जर भी बन के देख लेते हैं। अगर आपको इस ट्रिप को और यादगार बनाना है तो इनके पास एक ऑप्शन होता है वेपन फायरिंग का, जो कि $25 में आप कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए एज 12+ होनी चाहिए। दैट्स इट।
For you and I, it was a flame back then, but oh my, something that set ablaze when we said goodbye. Give me just a little bit of time back, baby. Can't you see? Couldn't we just go rewind that ancient history?
About like that, move this hand in a little bit more, and it's going to be tight to your chest, T-Rex style.
Hold on, I miss you.
The second thing you'll do is when I call ready, you'll move it out and up to your shoulder like that. Very good. And then when you're done firing, you'll bring it back down. So ready, you'll bring it out. On aim, the first time I'll pull back the camera myself. The next 2 times you can if you would like on aim. And then fire will be the first time your finger ever touches the trigger to pull it back to fire. Are you ready? All right. So now this is what our cartridges look like. They've got a primer on the back. When the hammer hits this, it'll cause a pin to push forward. Tap the back of that. It makes a little spark. It ignites the powder inside and fires. You can see the firing pin right there, and you can see the other side right there. Ready? Aim. 3, 2, 1, fire! Well done. Move it back in front of you. If the metal starts to get hot, then hold it just under the wood. Would you like to pull back the hammer yourself this time? Alright, so you'll do that on me. Ready? Aim. 3, 2, 1, fire!
Parce qu'avant ça, il n'y avait pas de. Il n'y avait rien, mais que le plomb, c'est un.
What we use in this weapon isn't actually gunpowder, it's an earlier form called black powder. It's similar, but black powder is actually a little bit weaker. So if we were to use gunpowder in a weapon meant for black powder, the whole weapon would explode. Ready? Aim. 3, 2, 1, fire! Excellent job. Now if you hold it for me. While I do it. Very much.
इसके बाद मैं करता हूँ यहाँ का गाइडेड टूर जो कि है 50 मिनट्स का। इसमें आपको छोटे छोटे बैच में ले जाया जाता है और आपको इसकी हिस्ट्री के बारे में समझाते हैं, इसके डिफरेंट रूम्स दिखाते हैं। इधर ले चलता हूँ आपको गाइडेड टूर पे।
As we turn the corners, we'll pass the officers' privies. I'm a woman of the lower class. I'm not quite allowed in those rooms, but I have heard that they're much, much nicer, even nicer than my own. Before we enter this room, I have a couple safety messages I have to say. So firstly, the rooms are quite dark, so if you have sunglasses on and you're willing, I recommend taking them off just so you don't trip all over each other. Nextly, we recommend taking pictures. I highly encourage all big guns you might see out on the parade square. And firing these guns, they use a lot of black powder. But as they're working all day long, they find the quickest way to keep working and keep their hands clean is just to wipe it all over their uniforms as they're working to maximum efficiency. However, for the women of the garrison who do all the laundry, we much prefer this nice and blue for our artillery soldiers. Then we have this uniform right here. And this other long one over here, these are officers' uniforms. The colors still being the same as the soldiers' uniforms. So this would be an infantry uniform, and the one over there would be an artillery one. Now these are our officers. We can tell that they're officers because they're a lot prettier. Their buttons are nicer and they have sleeves. I can point an officer out of the square if I see one for leaders today. Now after this room, we're going to enter quite a few rooms of officers. However, a very important point about our officers is 1867, you're the current one. To become an officer, you have to purchase your rank. So it is not at all based on merit until 1870.
तो दोस्तों, फोर्ट में जो ऑफिसर्स होते थे ये उनका क्वार्टर है, यहाँ रहते थे। ये अब इन्होंने ऐसे डिस्प्ले के लिए बना दिया।
Coming back to me, my heart is hung up on what used to be. Time moves on and then one day ancient history. Give me just a little bit of time back, baby. Can't you see? Couldn't we just go rewind back, baby? You and me, what a shame. I think of all the years gone by, all the yesterdays for you.
Our ensign is the lowest ranking officer here at Fort Henry. And we can tell that he is because specifically he's a transient officer. So he is, I mentioned the purchase system. He's very young, probably around 8.
और यहाँ देखो एक्चुअल इन्होंने प्रिजर्व करके रखा भाई यहाँ पे। ये इंग्लिश और फ्रेंच दोनों में दिया है। ऑफिसर साहब पीते ये देखो नॉटी अंकल।
So here you can see we are in the higher ranking officer's room. This is our lieutenant's room. Now, he's not a transient officer, so we can see his furniture is a lot heavier and nicer in general because he's being paid a bit more than our ensign. Around
सीनियर ऑफिसर्स क्वार्टर। अच्छा जी, सीनियर को बैठ दिया है प्रॉपर। Let's see, आगे भी कुछ है।
nicer this time. Very heavy, he's not moving around. And he actually does have a bed in this room, but this is would have been the only officer you would have seen that actually does not live here at Fort Henry. So our officers were not encouraged to get married at least until the age of 30. So typically for all soldiers, we'll learn a little bit about soldiers later on, but soldiers and officers within the military all were not very much encouraged to get married. But this would have been the first officer that we would have seen who'd been over the age of 30. So our lieutenant and our ensign would have been too young.
ये कमांडर भाई साहब हमारे जो सबको ऑर्डर देते थे, ये उनका क्वार्टर है।
Officers have a bit of free time, and this would have been one of the places they could spend their free time. Around the room, you can see some of the hobbies they may have. And the green table in front of us, there's a card game now. It's a game called Wits that they would have traditionally played at the time. At the back of the room, there's a game of chess going. They're playing strategy games.
ये भाई ना ऑफिसर होगा। रिलैक्स रूम होता था, सारे रिलैक्स करते थे यहाँ। जो भाई सब चेस खेलते थे, फिर इनको पियानो भी आता था बजाना। मल्टी टैलेंटेड गाइस मैन ऑफिसर्स।
Welcome to the officers' mess. This is a bit of a more formal room than the one we just visited. At this table, our officers will be eating their very formal meals. So our officers will be seated in order of rank. On the opposite side of the table, we seated our president of the mess.
ये इन लोगों का डाइनिंग रूम। जहाँ ये सारे खाना खाते थे।
Welcome to our messman's room. Now, our messman was an entrusted soldier by the officers who was trusted to prepare all the food for their dinner. Not cook, but prepare. So part of his position was taking all of the money given by the officers for their weekly food.
ये इनकी किचन जहाँ ये लोग खाना बनाते थे, मैसमैन्स रूम कह रहे हैं। वो देखो इनकी क्रॉकरीज।
And welcome to our schoolroom. So children start school here at the age of 4, and then continue on until the age of 9 with our school mistress. They will learn basic mathematics, geography, history, how to read, and how to write. But at the age of 10, our girls and boys were separated. So our boys would continue on with the schoolmaster. He would be a retired sergeant major. They would learn some more advanced some basic military drill, some more advanced mathematics, and some trades like baking or blacksmithing. Whereas our girls would continue on with the schoolmistress. They would learn how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of children, essentially how to be good women. Later times have changed, and I'm very happy.
भाई ये इनका कुछ क्लासरूम टाइप्स, मीटिंग रूम टाइप्स।
welcome to the bakery. You see our lovely baker in front of us. He comes from the city of Kingston very, very early in the morning, nearly at 4 in the morning, to make all the bread.
इसके बाद मैंने करा लंच इस प्रीटी व्यू के साथ एंड ऑनेस्टली दिस वाज द बेस्ट व्यू ऑफ माय लाइफ.
Keeps on coming back to me. My heart is hung up on what used to be. Time moves on and then one day ancient history.
पहला एपिसोड तो सिर्फ एक ट्रेलर था, पूरी पिक्चर अभी बाकी है, इसलिए सेकंड एपिसोड जरूर देखें जिसमें हम इनकी परेड देखेंगे, टनल और यहाँ की डिफरेंट शॉप्स एक्सप्लोर करेंगे. तब तक के लिए इस एपिसोड को प्लीज़ लाइक करें, कमेंट करें और शेयर करें दबा के. दुनिया बहुत बड़ी है और मैप पर अभी बहुत सारी जगह बाकी है. आप देख रहे थे मयंक मैप से. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट एपिसोड में. Until then, keep mapping.
It was a flame back then, but oh my, something set